Howdy folks. Hey, this video is about installing this Eva Foam on my boat. The carpet got pretty bad shape. I knew I had to replace it. I decided to go with this. Now you're going to see in this video some steps I went through to get it to where it's ready for this foam. Alright? I've got 82 hours in it, guys, as of now. I couldn't put all that in one video. When I started installing this foam, it'll be next Wednesday's video, okay? And it's not finished yet. Hopefully by next Wednesday it will be finished. I'm still waiting on one color to come in. You know, I ordered this from Amazon, and within 3 or 4 days I had it. I got started. The other color came along, they said, hey, they didn't tell me till after I got started. We had to back order the other color. Still haven't got the other color. But now they're saying I'm going to have it this coming Thursday. So if I get it this Thursday, I should have it done by the following Wednesday so y'all can see that video, okay? Hope you enjoy this. Some of y'all might have an idea that you want to do this to your boat. You know what you have to do, what you have to go through to do it, guys. So hope you enjoy this. Thank y'all for watching, subscribing. Also, there will be a picture of my house in there at the end, before and afterwards. And you can see that I was painting on my house, guys. Hey, Dennis Fishing Lake Country. Hope y'all enjoy this. Alright guys, I'm going to make this little clips of some of the things I'm doing here on this. I'm not going to film it all to the T. I watch a lot of guys on YouTube start with a boat, remodel it, build it. I'm not doing that. It's too much time consuming film with the camera. I'm trying to get this done, and I'm trying to get it done by next Friday. Today is Wednesday evening, okay? And my stuff came in today. The reason I started today is my new flooring came in today for the boat. So, there you go. Now, what I've been doing, I'll give you a little rundown. I've been using a drill and drilling the rivets out. The hinges were rivet on. I'm going to put them back with bolts. I'm going to use some little probably 3/4 inch long or 1/2 inch bolts. I'm going to go run all that down tomorrow. I got to go town away tomorrow. So I'm going to run some of that down, put together. What you got to do is pull this carpet off. That's the hardest part, is getting the old carpet off. And then all this right here, it's got to be scraped off. Alright, now once you scrape it and get the loose off, what's on top, this little bit that's left here, it's got to come off too. Alright, got to be cleaned up. So there you go. When I get these cleaned up, I'll give y'all another shot. It's going to be a couple days. I've only done a couple of lids. I've only done a few lids today, this evening, and I'm getting ready to quit for the evening, so I've got to make a video of who won this week. Alright guys, yeah. That's the seat section. I'm trying to hold the camera in my hand, guys. This is one of the lids. Okay. You can see that I've started on it, and it's all got to be cleaned like this spot is. Yep. I'm using Goof Off. This is just a contact cement, I think, so it looks like. But you can see I've got most of the compartments off, lids off. I got all the back lids down to this stage where I just scraped the carpet off. Okay, that's the step. Yep. All right, I got a bench set up here. My bench. I got a couple of these benches. They're nice when you're working somewhere to set tools on, to set paint on, or so forth. And this is what the seats went on. The seats were on this. The storage is upside down right now. The storage is on the other side. Okay, and I'm scraping them all, throwing all I can, all the carpet I can. I'm throwing in the trash can. I'm throwing the big pieces on the back of my truck. Okay, and I'm trying to catch everything I can catch, sweep up everything I can sweep up. All right. I hung an old towel on the side of my boat so I won't scratch my boat up, because I'm spending a lot of time scraping right here in this area. You can see how dirty this area is. I'm going to do this last. I'm scraping a lot right here. I got this lady to do this morning. And then I'm going to start down in this cockpit area, floor area here today. this is the step. It was right here on the step. Okay, so I got it started. Yeah, there's a lot of taking apart, guys. I just took the carpet off a couple minutes ago, and all these leads, all these compartment leads, were pop riveted on. I was telling my wife last night. She said it's taking you a while. I've got 2 evenings in this now, so far. So I've got about 8 hours in it so far, something like that. Just to get the carpet off. She says, taking you a while. I said, lady, honey, hey, woman. You know, she hadn't been out here besides she walked past the garage door here one day when I was doing something and asked me something. But all these hinges, all these piano hinges right here, I have to drill out. See, the rivets are still in this one. And these are the ones that came on the seats. And on the seats, they were backwards. Now, on the other compartment, like this compartment, these hinges here, they are pop riveted to the boat. Yeah, that's right. So it's a job, guys. Now, what do I have to do with these? I either have to replace these hinges, and these are aluminum hinges. These are nice ones. They're hard to find. I'll have to put these in my vise and finish drilling them out. Now, I've marked them the way they go back. You see the writing on them. That way I know how to go back on the leads, okay? And I marked them which lead to go to. So what I'm doing, I got a container here behind me. Everything I'm taking off, okay, I'm marking. Okay, does that make sense to you? Alright guys, update. I'm ready to stop for lunch. Yeah, that's why I've been drilling out the rivets. Yep. That's why I told you I have to drill the rivets out. The rivets are in the hinges on the leads. Alright, y'all can see I've got more of it tore off. Okay, the carpet up through here is coming pretty easy. The leads are the worst. The live well lead I just took off. They're probably the worst to do. Alright guys, this is my leads. I got the leads stacked up here. That's the live well lead. You can see I scraped it down. There's the box. Hey, that's my music right there. That's my Sirius radio. That's how I'm surviving. Y'all let the radio crank open when you're working? It's raining now. Y'all probably can hear it. I got a tin roof. Alright guys, updating you from this morning. It's after 5 o'clock. I'm going to quit. I got all the leads off. All of them were drilled out. I had to drill rivets off the hinges. Let me move my trash bucket here. Been throwing stuff in that all day. Yep, they're all done. I got all the carpet off of it. Yeah, looks roomy now, doesn't it? There was the toughest part to get the carpet off of. Now guys, I've done quite a few fiberglass boats, and carpet don't go on the sides. You know, so you had carpet going up that was the front right there. Alright guys, so giving you an idea of what's going on. So yeah, I got the trolling motor stocked up there on top, basket right there. That's how I'm gonna work around those cables right there. But besides that, hey, she's about ready to go. What do you think? Alright guys, you can see this is a lid I haven't cleaned yet. Alright, see all the garbage on it. Some places better than others, isn't it? A lot of it's where I've been standing, that type of thing. The front deck lids are the worst because I stood them all the time. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking goof off. Okay, they don't sponsor me, guys. And I'm pouring some on here and brushing it around, letting it set for 30 seconds to a minute. Don't take it long. And then I'm scraping it off. You can see the pieces in here now. Then I went back with one of these green pads. Okay, scrubbing pads. Y'all ever used those Scotch pads? Guys, I use them for everything. I sand cabinets with them before I paint them. That type of thing. They work great for cleaning and stuff. And then I scratched over that with that. So I've got most of it off. If I look close, there's a little bit here and there. You can see like a little glue stick, like right there. That's got to come off too. But even with that pad, it don't want to come off. So I'm gonna let it dry, okay? And then while I'm doing all of these, these are all the lead to the boat. This is the seat box. This is the box that my seats were on, okay? Yeah, that's what they do in aluminum boats. It's just a booster seat, maybe you want to say. It's a frame to get you off the floor, okay? You know how a bass boat has like a bench, most times it's a gas tank under or something like that. That's how my old boat was. And it's all solid fiberglass built into the boat. Aluminum boats, even the sides, a lot of it screws off. So, all right, then I'm going to show you the boat now. Okay, these are all the legs I got to do today. Now my goal today is, and I said this on Wednesday night's video, I'm going to take a couple weeks and not fish, and I'm going to work on my house. I am going to paint my house. I'm working on my house too. I've already painted all the trim. So what I've been trying to do is I paint in the mornings while it's cool, okay? And then on the house, maybe to 11, 12 o'clock, get me a bite to eat, and I come in and work on the boat. So I got two things going on here, and I still have a job going on. I'm still painting inside the house. It's just on the other side of the creek here from me. All right, this is the boat. We're right with it right now. You can see all the carpets out. That was the toughest part, guys, right there. Getting all that area cleaned out around all these compartments, you know, things and stuff. So, yep, all this back here, all this got to be done the same way with the acetone. Okay. Yeah, you can see down the goodies down there now, can't you? That's my lithium batteries. I don't know if y'all knew I had lithium batteries for my trolling motor or not. I don't know if I ever told y'all that. I got two 12x54s. That's what they are. So that's not what the video is about. It just happens that y'all could see them, and I really never talked about it. Yeah, they're 12x54s. Now I know a lot of guys are running 12x100s and 200s. The guys that fish professionally, and I don't blame them. If I was a professional fisherman, I'd run 12x200s. You'd never kill them. You could probably run a week without charging at least 3 or 4 days, I'm sure. And if you got to spider rigging all the time, that's be a different story. You probably going to 2 days probably be it. The way I fish, I've never killed these batteries. Actually, I'll be honest with you, I only charge them every other trip. That's right, because they tell you to run them down some. So I only charge them every other trip. And the reason I went to 54s is I watched another YouTuber, and he fishes bass tournaments, and he had 12x54s. And he said he fishes all day and don't kill them in bass tournaments. So if he can fish all day in the bass tournament, guys, I used to fish bass tournaments. Sometimes we're on the trolling motor a lot, right? And if I was fishing docks from one dock to the next here, I'd run it with the trolling motor. I'd kick it up on high, run to the next dock, slow down, fish it, so forth. You're fishing crankbaits and stuff, you're constantly moving the boat, kind of like spider rigging. You're moving a lot, not as much. Spider rig is constant pull, right? If I was going to do spider rigging, I'd go to 100s. I wouldn't have to worry about it. But they're very expensive, but they got a 10 years, supposed to last 10 years. If you divide that by what it costs for regular batteries, it's about the same amount of money. That's what I done. I just took a chance. But anyway, back to my boat. I'm sorry I got off. I went squirrel on y'all. I just kind of thought y'all seen him. I'd go and tell you a little bit about him. What I'm hoping for anyway. I get to what kind of time I'm hoping to get out of them. All these compartments. I'm gonna leave the carpet in here. Okay, but this, you can see it's mostly lead. The front deck's mostly lead. Now I've got to put all this back together, and I haven't talked about this part yet. I'm gonna put the leads back on, and I'm gonna adjust that crack. That crack between lead to lead is made for carpet to fill it, where the carpet comes down and turns over here, right? And it turns over in that lead, right? Y'all got carpet on your boat, you know what I'm saying? You pick it up, the carpet turns to lead. Y'all been around boats enough to know that, most of y'all. So you have a gap. I don't want that gap. I might have to live with that gap, but I don't want that gap. So after I get these leads cleaned and get all of them cleaned up and get this boat cleaned up, I'm going to put the leads back in place, and at that time I'll get back with you and just tell you how I decided. And that's what I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be sometime next week. Day is Saturday morning. It's like 10 o'clock. It's going to be sometime next week, guys. I got to work next week too, so I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be sometime next week before I get all this cleaned up. The cleaning is the toughest part. Alright guys, another update. I'm using a stripper. It's by, I think it's called Clean Right. It's supposed to be for adhesive and contact cement. You can see there's still a lot of stuff in the bottom here. Now, let me show you the front deck here. I used, this is Goof Off I used. As you can see, there's still places that have a little bit on it. Now, the only problem with Goof Off is it evaporates really fast. Have you ever used it? And they tell you only do like a foot area at a time because of the fumes, and it's all you can do. Now, I used it on the leads, It done fine on the lids. I was outside where I showed you. I poured it on there, scraped it, and it done pretty good on the lids. On this painted stuff, it don't want to come off as good. So yeah, that's what I'm trying. You can see now. They said on the gallon can, after you apply it, they said let it soak up to 3 hours. And if you cover it with plastic, it won't evaporate and helps hold the moisture there of the cleaner. I got some on my hands. I wear rubber gloves, guys, a little bit. But I took my one glove off and I got some on my hand. I could feel it on my hand. So to me, it felt like it had acid in it. I don't know what it's got in it, but it says you can use it inside. It's got a little odor. We'll see. So I'm going to let this set for 3 hours. That's what they said to do. Okay? And I'm going to come back and try to scrape some. That's what happens. Let's hope for the best. I think this is pretty clean. It's a little sticky yet. And I thought about denatured alcohol. I think that would cut it too. But again, I'd have to pull my boat outside, or somebody have to do because of the odor, guy. You don't want to be sucking all those fumes up. Now, while I've got this going, let's go here to my work area here where I'm sanding. All right, this is where I'm sanding. Okay, here inside my garage. Now, I started sanding. This is leftover paper from when somebody sands floors. Some of y'all guys probably, yeah, I've been around sanding floors. I've done it. All right. So what I done was I was at a house painting and they had just finished sanding the floors and the guys were cleaning up. And I said, where y'all go with that sandpaper? We throw it away. We didn't use the rolls. You know, the big, what are those things? Probably 24-inch sanders or bigger, 36-inch probably 36s, drum sanders. And they gave me a couple strips. That was a couple of years ago, probably 15 years ago. Guys, I've been using that stuff for everything. So I'm using that to do the edges. And you can see the edges cleaned up nice and shiny. All right. Now go around this hole. You can see where I scratched it around some there. Let me get a little closer. See? Okay. I think the scratching that could hurt. In fact, about a good clean surface. Then I'm going over this. This is the 100 with the lid with that. Now you can see the lid's cleaned up pretty good. All right. Most of them cleaned up really nice, but they wasn't painted. That's a painted surface in there, and I think that's what's making the difference. All right. Let me get this done. And I'm going to get all that gook up, and I'll get back with y'all and tell you how it's working. Okay, guys, we'll give y'all an update. Today's Monday. Yeah, I started this Thursday evening. I'm still on lids. Now, I took goof off. I had to think what I was talking about, guys. I think fumes done got to me. I took goof off, and goof off helped take off the really hard backing, the rubber backing from the carpet. Now, a lot of y'all going like, Dennis, you don't have to get it that clean. No, you don't have to get it back that clean if you go put carpet back. We're not going with carpet, guys. We're going to see here in a little while. Anyway, now what I've done, after I got the worst backing off, is I just took plain old mineral spirits. It says odorless, but guys, it has a lot of odor to it. All right, that's why I'm trying to stay outside with this. And I take steel wool, and I'm putting it on there. You can see where I'm scrubbing it with it. Yeah, she's looking pretty good in it. Now, after I do all this scrubbing, okay, I'm going to hand wash them. All right. This is the goops coming off of them. Yeah. See, isn't that pretty? I'm scraping it with that small crowbar, and I'm using a scraper, and I've got a 2-inch scraper too, and I go back and forth whether it works the best. The edges are the toughest, getting it off all these edges, and on the inside edge too, because carpet made the turn. All right. Now, I think I mentioned this the last clip, now I'm going to do it again. I have recarpeted many boats. My last boat was a 19-foot Javelin. I put carpet on it 3 times through the years. It was a 96. I got rid of it in 2018. I put new carpet on it that summer, traded it in that year. One time, I remember I used to live in Stanton, Virginia, guys, before I've been in the mountains before I moved here to the lake. And I remember one time I done my boat, and my buddy come by and seen it, and he said, man, I like to get my boat done. My boat's bad. So I done his boat. And then one of my old school teachers, we used to go over and play pool and stuff sometimes in wintertime and cold days. He was a PE teacher, and he retired, and he was a nice guy. So we gathered over one day and shot a couple games of pool, and he was talking about he had a small Ranger. He said, man, I like to get the carpet done on mine. Somebody told me you can do carpet on boats. All right, guys, I was probably 32 at the time. I said, okay, because I used to do carpet. I used to do minivans and for people and stuff. And y'all remember when vans was a big thing back in the early 70s? to the 80s. People had customized van with the windows in the side. And I used to do those for people too, guys. I used to lay carpet and vinyl, ceramic tile and stuff like that. That's what I'd done, guys, before I got into teaching. I taught school 15 years, taught shop. And then I decided I'm going to get back to my own business, and I got back into doing replacement windows and vinyl siding. When I moved here to Southern Virginia, I'm almost in North Carolina, guys, on Lake Gaston. When I moved here, because I wanted to fish more and I wanted to be closer to the water, when I got here, I found out there was more painting need to be done and small stuff, board replacement, boathouses painting. So that's what I've been doing here mostly ever since. I've done a lot of replacement windows here, but I've done more of that than anything. I've painted a lot of boathouses, guys. I got 2 to paint right now. All right, now let me take you in here and show you what I'm doing with the boat. All right, guys, this is the pile of lids I've got clean. See how shiny they are? All right, let me show you on the boat here now. This part still has some glue on it. See it there? I got to get that off. This is very hard. This is the hardest part. Now this part of the boat's already clean. You know, in here it's painted. It's no glue there. Just on the top, and these were compartment lids, right? I got a little piece right here I got to clean. Yeah, there's my black box and my battery. Yeah, I'm on an 18 volt, guys. 18 amp hour, I'm sorry. 12 volt, 18 amp hour. Does a good job. Now, I've done that half over there. You can see where I quit, couldn't you? I'm soaking it now. What I'm using here on this part, I'm trying something different in here. This is called an adhesive remover. Okay. It's doing okay. I read the reviews on it before I bought it. I bought it after church yesterday. I went by Lowe's and got it. I've done some reviews on it. And a lot of people said it didn't work at all. It works. You can see what difference from what where I cleaned over it and this part I haven't cleaned, can't you? And it took a lot of it up. As you can see over there, there's not much left. I think I can take mineral spirits now and get the worst of that. All right. It's like this right here, where this glue's real heavy. That's going to be tough. It just strings. It don't want to come off. And these people saying, oh, I don't take it off. Well, it's contact cement of that spray on adhesive. I think this is contact cement. That's what they're using on spray on adhesive one, that type of glue. It is hard to get off. Adhesive that you trowel on, okay, if you ever laid carpet, you lay down short carpet, or most time on carpet on a boat, you use trowel on adhesive in the middle, and you only use contact cement on the turns, on the compartment ends, right? The trowel on adhesive comes off easy. You can put this lino strip on them, it takes it right off, all right? All right, guys. This is my house. I'll show y'all what it looks like after I get it repainted. All right, folks, I told you I would show you my house. It's almost done. I got the other end, like this one I'm working on, and the front needs one more coat, it's all. And that end needs one more coat, all right? And I think I'm still going to change the bottom color here on the foundation. I got a full basement, guys. And I think I'm going to change this bottom color right here. Wife and I just now talking about it. It's got one coat on it, it's all it's got on it. I think we're going to change it and go a touch darker. So it'll be make that top pop a little bit more. But the house was green, as I showed you in the earlier clip. So this was a big change. It's been green for 23 years I've been here.